Hello. If you hear me, let me know. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't show you my face right now. I'm sorry. We just, yeah. But anyway, welcome to my next live stream. This is where I talk to all of you, mostly my subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you all. You have my respect and appreciation about anime and art, mostly about good storytelling and character development. And I hope that all of you could reply back so we can have a chat, you know? Yeah. But welcome to my live stream, guys, and my fellow subscribers. Again, I'm sorry, but I cannot show you my face yet, so you have to get used to it. And I'm blocking the camera because I don't want to, reveal my face yet. I'm sorry, but maybe someday I will. But for now, please accept the fact that I cannot show my face yet. It's not like I want to remain anonymous, but I'm just trying to. It's my decision, so please, I hope you respect my decision. But anyway, moving on, let's talk about anime and the story, the art, and of course the character and their developments. But the question is now, what anime series should we talk about on this live stream? Any suggestion, guys? I know I have one. Recently, most fans are talking about this. It's the anime series entitled Oshi Noko. Yeah, I heard about that and I read about the premise and the plot summary and of course the characters. And yeah, most of the fans are talking about tragic the tragic moment. I believe it was in the first episode about, yeah, I Hosino's tragic moment. Yeah, and I managed to read about her biography and what she went through. And believe me, she didn't deserve to have that knife stabbed brutally on her by a crazed fanboy. I mean, what the hell? What was that fanboy thinking? Does he need medical treatment in his mind? Does he need therapy or something? I don't know. Maybe some people in his life abused him too much, and that's why he saw Aisan as his way for enlightenment and safe haven. But when he found out that she has I think, a secret affair that made her give birth to two infants, that's where he got lost, or that's where he lost it, and he tracked her down, and you know what happened next, right, guys? Right? But honestly, guys, let me tell you something. Surprisingly, that crazed fanboy didn't deserve to die yet. But he does have one last chance to redeem himself. And yeah, or most likely, if there was someone in that moment who could have stopped the tragedy from happening and slapped some senses into that crazed fanboy that could have redeemed him from going down that dark path, I would be glad to be there along with my revolver, try to snap some senses into that young man and telling him, think about the people who cared for your well being. But if he chose to stay on the dark path, that's when I have the right to shoot him, to put him out of his misery, and to save Aisan's future with her two infants. Now, I understand that her tragedy gave a pivotal point for the two main characters to develop, but I truly believe that if she was still alive, everything would still go well. Do you agree? But anyway, that's all I have to say. The That Grace fanboy didn't deserve to die. He still had one chance, but since he what had transpired already gave an answer to all of us, right, guys? But if I were to wind back time and be there on that moment, I would give him a chance to redeem. Otherwise, if he refused, it's game over for him. I did try humanely and fairly, yet he refused because his mind has completely gone mad for Aisan. So we have no choice, right, guys? And the fact that Aisan's future as a beloved mother of her two children would definitely be saved. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me know in the comments. I will reply back. Don't worry. I don't know if all of you are can hear me, but I am talking right now. So, yeah, I'm talking on my computer, or I mean my laptop. There's no microphone, but I am talking directly at the screen. I don't know if you can hear me, guys. Oh boy, I don't know, but let me know. Do I still need a microphone to do so? But as usual, I cannot reveal my face yet. So maybe someday, guys. Maybe. So what else should we talk about? Okay, guys. You know what? Wait, let me just get my headphone. I hope you can hear me from there. All right. Hopefully this works. How about now, guys? Can you hear me? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, let's continue on with our anime art talk. So, what else should we talk about? Oh, I get it. I get it. I know it's time for me to answer this one particular question from all of you, mostly to the fans, hardcore sippers, and fanboys of Darling in the Franks. With this one simple question: why do I hate Zero Two? Okay, alright, I'll answer that question for all of you. Why I hate Zero Two, truly and purely. Let's go back from the beginning. How did I end up watching Darling in the Franks? Well, to be honest, it's because of the Anime Man's video about this particular incident back then after episode 14 was aired. I believe that video by him, by the way, the Anime Man is also named as Joey San or Mr. Joey. Yun. Okay. But anyway, that's how it all started. He uploaded this video about reviewing what had transpired after episode 14, which, to be honest, shocked me. Why the hell did they send death threats to the creators and the seiyuu of Ichigo? And when I watched that video further, I realized, oh my gosh, it's because they think the hardcore sippers and fanboys of Zero Two as their waifu think that Zero Two's love story with Hero will end. Are you kidding me? Is that what they think about that? Is that what made them have the right to send death threats to the creators who are real people? Are you kidding me? So
that gave my curiosity of wanting to watch episode 14 to see what exactly happened and to see if there's any good reason on why they downvote Ichigo as the most hated anime character or anime female character of that year. But also, I want to know why the hell did they just send death threats to those creators over a fictional love story and two fictional characters. But then, as time went by, I realized that it didn't happen, and Joey-san made a mistake. So I don't blame him, but everything went well, and I realized that, I learned that, I acknowledged that, I took that in my mind and heart, and now this craziness about this incident, about the death threat stuff to the creators and the say of Ichigo because Zero didn't won't get her love story fulfilled with Hero is over. But I'm still worried that it could have still happened if Zero Two died and Hero is still alive and ended up with Ichigo on Earth. Are you kidding me? Would you really send death threats to the directors, the producers, the writers, or even the say of Ichigo because Zero Two didn't have her happy ending with Hero? Wake up and grow up, please, guys. I'm not saying this because you are all monsters, but you will be if you keep doing this habit, this death threat situation because you didn't get what you want in anime as a hardcore fan or even sippers. And by the way, sipping wars is no, sipping wars are hell. I got inspired by the quote by General Sherman, and he is right. Sipping wars are just pointless. It has to stop and be removed from the whole anime phenomenon so that death threats won't be made ever again. Here in Ichigo Forever. Are you going to send me death threats because of that? Because that's what I stand for. Don't you, please, don't any of you dare send death threats to my family because I just said Hero and Ichigo Forever. And Zero Two is a bastard. No, a wretched scum. Don't you dare send death threats to me because I said that to your goddamn wife, who is a fictional character. It ain't worth it. And I have my own opinions, good ones, on why I don't like Zero Two and why I said that. Even when I said Hero and Ichigo Forever. And here are my points. So anyway, after the incident and after acknowledging that incident, which I later realized that it's not true, I also became curious on the following questions in episode 14. I mean, did Ichigo really become a freaking Delilah, a real evil, vile woman in that episode that made me consider that those fans and fanboys and shippers have the right to say that to her? Or was Zero Two have been a humanely good character from the start? All in all, when I got curious in watching the animes because I want to know what really happened in episode 40 and who is guilty or innocent, Zero Two or Ichigo. That's one of the main points I want to know and what made me curious on watching the series. So with that in mind, I managed to get all of the episodes of Darling the Franks and started watching the first episode. And to my surprise, in the first part, what I can say is I feel sorry for Hero. And Zero Two is an annoying girl because she had deviated from the orders. She didn't do some decent mannerism. Hello, you're inside a big military building. You need to keep your mannerism in bay and decency with utmost consideration and open mindedness. Yet you scurry off to where? A lake? Ho ho! That lake scene truly screwed my head. I'm not joking. When she actually showed up, I really wanna pretend to have a rifle with me and just shoot her into oblivion. That's just in my imagination, in my mind. But also at the same time, it made me say, God damn it! I'm not joking. To me, fan services and sexual humor stuff are pure garbage, regardless of what any fanboys think or say or believe. They're pure garbage. I've seen enough, no doubt. But when that happens, it truly screwed my mind and made me feel annoyed by her. And then we get to see more annoyance, well, me at least, when she disregard her dead partner's body. That he is useless? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Your partner, your previous stamina, who's just working with you, actually got killed by you. Yeah, you'll see why. And you disregard his body. Didn't he do any harm to you? He was just following orders, but maybe he's considering your humanity 02. And this is how you pay him? This is how you repay him? Wow, 02. What a heartless prick you are. And the worst part is when she actually said this line that quickly triggered my distrust towards him. She said, "You are now my darling" to Hero before she sealed his lips with hers. Boom! That's the part where I had a hint, a slight hint of my distrust towards him. And I didn't feel any fuzzy or butterfly feelings afterwards when that happens. You wanna know why? Or you know why. Or you already know why. And the mech battle scene, okay, that's fine. Only the mech action sequence, but not with Zero Two and Hero being inside. But thank God that boy's still alive afterwards. But I'm afraid something bad, very bad, is going to happen. No doubt. So that's a, a good point in episode 1 when I watched the series. Don't try to justify the fact that this series is, as some fans think, are all about or is all about Zero Two and Hero's love story. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is that what you think during the pranks is? Is that what you? Oh my god! Have you not considered the artistic perspective and factors or the themes to be explored, like humanity, morality, honor, decency, the mech battles, its implications, its faults, its good, and above all, which characters are innocent or guilty? Which ones are humanely good and which ones are freaking goddamn Delilah's and Judas's disciples? I'm not joking. I guess most of you, I don't know, or even the sippers, the hardcore canon OTP sippers, they don't give a crap about Hero's friends who actually treated him right, who actually treated him like family. They don't care if Hero dies in the end because it's always about Zero Two and Hero's love story together forever. Wake up! One romantic perspective is not the way to grow anymore when it comes to anime. Wake up, guys, please. But I guess, unfortunately for me and some fans and fanboys, that's what they think during the pranks. It's always about Zero Two and Hero's love story. No humanity, no exploration of it, no good and evil factor, exploration, observation, acknowledging, no interesting in art, no noticing or observing the character's personality and actions for us to know who are humanely good for us to respect and support and who are freaking demons for us to say damn you to hell because they deserve it because they fired the first shot on the innocent people in that world. Wow. Wow. No wonder why I quit those groups of during the Franks because that's all they care about. They only care about Zero Two and Hero's love story and Zero Two being a goddamn waifu stuff. Well, guess what? I'm just glad to get the hell away from those, from the wrong people, from the wrong community that had proven itself to be a toxic group. I don't care what you think, because from my perspective, Darling the Franks is something more deeper. Don't justify, don't tell me that it's all about Jertu and Hero's love story. Don't you dare again say that, because it's not. To you, whatever. I don't care. If that's what you like, go ahead. But there will be other people like me who will talk about art when it comes to Darling the Franks. Not one single love story that's nothing more than ownership, when I can prove it. Moving on. Episode 2. That's the part where Jared 2 is like so annoying as hell. The fact that she's somehow entered that place of Squad 13, the resting place, and disrespected the space of Hero. Well, everyone felt so annoyed, discomfort, uncomfortable, and I think awkward. Did I say I know when she did that? Wow. But I guess nobody gave a crap about that. The majority, because they care about seeing Jared to getting close to Hero. Wow, wowie, wow, wowie. And sadly, Ichigo found it to be very irritating. But despite that, she actually treated and praised Jared as their hero or heroine, because he saved that, because he saved them and their home on that day when that Klaxosaur attacked the Plantation 13 and caused Naomi to be evacuated to a healthcare facility for her injuries or wounds that she sustained during that attack in episode 1. So she's out of the commission for now, and she is currently being replaced by Zero 2, which is very unfortunate. But anyway, moving on. Then she had this tendency to lick Hero's neck, and Ichigo, I think she already did that to Hero in the first episode, but now Ichigo, are you kidding me? For what? For what? To detect what? What's that make any sense? Does your tongue can detect people's thoughts, feelings by just licking on them? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Zero? Oh wait, I forgot. You're a byproduct of the splicing of parasite DNA and Claxosapien DNA. So maybe you possess some kind of ability, uh, super ability when it comes to genetics, right? I don't know. But anyway, again, it truly annoyed me. And the worst part is when the time came when Hiro and Ichigo partner up for a test to see if Hiro could actually pilot a Frank unit, because he did somehow, under mysterious circumstances, during episode 1 with Sterlicia with Zero 2, he managed to pilot that mech unit or mecha unit. But now they want to see, they want to test if he can actually do it with a Frank unit, an ordinary Frank unit that's different from Sterlicia. But unfortunately, turns out Hero still couldn't pilot a Frank unit, especially with Ichigo and her mecha unit. And that's the part where I felt sorry for both, in a perception of reality and how it can be unfair and cruel sometimes. But let me tell you something, boys and girls. When it came to the part of Zero 2, I swear she just stood there, yawned, even chuckled, and even walked away happily. Why? Because she wants to personally, somehow personally wants to insult Ichigo, which Ichigo didn't do a damn thing that makes her a demon. She actually praised Zero 2 as a heroine who had saved their lives. She respected her space. She allowed her to at least interact with Hero or socialize with him. And this is the payment she received from Zero 2, a big slap in the face as an insult, or a yawn, or a chuckle, or walking away after Ichigo failed to help Hero. Is that what I'm seeing here, people? Is that what this is about? Is this what Zero Two did? I think so. Anyway, that's another good point in episode 2 why I hate her so much. Now, episode 3 is when everything seriously becomes even worse. And when she actually almost took away the life of Mitsuru. And there's a reason why Mitsuru acted that way and why he has some kind of conflict issue with Hiro. I'll explain to you later. But anyway, she almost took away his life when he volunteered to be a pilot with a partner pilot, a Stamen, with Zero Two in rescuing the other members who were trapped in that place with some raging Klaxosaurs. And when the mission was a total success and it was accomplished, Zero Two stood outside, looked briefly at Mitsuru's brutalized body like he was almost lifeless, and disregarded what looking at Hiro down below and calling him that he is still her darling. That made me so irritated. How could he say that to Mitsuru, who is Hiro's brother figure, brotherly friend? Zero Two, I swear, if you ever try to take away Mitsuru's life again, I will never, ever forgive you. And everything will become worse as I continue with this discussion. So, anyway, going back on, that's episode 3. Now, episode 4, I didn't feel a thing for her except the fact that I was proud that she actually helped save Squad 13 from a situation. And then episode 5 came, and that's where everything was revealed for the worse. It turns out that Zero Two was responsible for killing the former partner, or the previous partner, the leader of Squad 26, who, by the way, is a group, like another group of pilots for Frank units who actually showed careness and respect for Squad 13 when no one has ever done that for them before, especially the Nines. It turns out that Siri was responsible for taking away that partner's life too early in her life, which made the leader very angry and towards her and made her an unforgivable being towards him. And she actually betrayed that partner's memory by spitting him with the words, "What do you mean? I don't remember. I can't recall. The weak will die. That's how it is." Wow, Zero Two. Wow. If I was there, I'm going to give you a slap in the face for saying such things to that leader and the memory of that partner. Don't any of you say that Squad 26 is useless or nothing to all of you, because it's not. They show respect for Squad 13. Squad 13 needs motivation, inspiration, influence, and respect from others. Squad 26 did just that. Don't tell me that the leader is pointless, that his members are pointless, or even that former partner of his, because they are important, especially to Squad 13 and to the story. And yet, Zero Two spit the memory of that former partner with her harsh, unforgivable, indecent words. That's a pretty good shot from you scum. Anyway, moving on, it gets even worse when she actually confronted Ichigo and asked Ichigo to try to give a good reason with her, to be fair, to be friendly, to be sociable. And yet, Zero Two just say out loud in her face that to her, Hero is a product that she uses until he's nothing to her, and that if he ever does die, it's just the way it is. Wow, wowie. And then she gets an angry slap from Ichigo before she almost revealed her true monstrous appearance and persona, and Ichigo was scared to have death, and she returned to the house where the Squad 13 lives and sleeps, meets up with Goro as it started raining, and excuse me, and express her grief-stricken feeling, which is definitely touching and sympathetic, and actually made me and some fans, I believe, to actually care and cry for her. But here's the bombshell. When Hero started to feel some kind of nausea or severe feeling inside of his body and making him sick, and then the big reveal came. It turns out that he has a dark seed in him, which is caused by his interaction in piloting Strelitzia with Zero Two. And he just suddenly gave in. He suddenly not concerned for his health. I think he's Zero is becoming an effect in his mind, which causing that young boy to go down dark path. Wow. Honestly, when this moment before the ending showed up in that anime, I quickly made a meme that made me say this. Zero Two is saying something like, "Here, Hero is her darling is hers now and forever will be." And I said, "I'm sorry. You did to who? What?" And she said she had made Hero hers and that they will always be together forever. And even though who cares if he died or something, I don't remember. But and then I said, "You did what?" Before I pulled out my revolver and pointed it at her, threatening her from my anger. I'm not joking. That's my reaction when that happened. When that last scene showed up. And her dancing didn't do a damn thing to me whatsoever. Didn't make me sound, didn't make me smile, didn't make me joy. No. Instead, it made me get it made me imagine myself getting my revolver and pointing it directly at her head. As I said, "I'm sorry. You did to who? Hero. What? You did what?" Inspired by Dutch Vanderlyn from Red Dead Redemption 2, Chapter 6. The beginning of Chapter 6, to be precise. But anyway, moving on. All right, guys. Wait. I need some time because right now I need I'm gonna drink some more. So I'll be back from it for a second because all this talking makes my throat burn a bit. So apologies for that. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get myself some water. All right, guys. Okay. Well, guys, I'm back. Well, guys, I'm back. Drink some water. But anyway, let's move on. Episode 6. The only thing I can say about it is that I feel happy for Hero for saving the day. Feel happy that he's still alive and be with his friends, and he earned all the respect. For Zero Two, I still feel suspicious, and and the hint is near the end of the credits, and where she said she needed more and wants to kill more Klaxosaur. But also at the same time, in the observation room with Nana and Hachi about something happened in Hero's body, reason why he didn't die after 3 rides with Zero Two, which is the reason why most of those stamens died, and why she's called the partner killer. Yeah, that made me a bit. No, that definitely made me suspicious. So I say, I didn't feel anything for her except the fact that I was happy for Hero only with his beloved friends and family, and how he earned their respect and admiration again. So moving on, episode 7 on the beach episode. Zero Two was a total buzz killer in that moment. Indeed. But honestly, after watching that episode and looking back at it, I realized I'm just glad she wasn't in that campfire moment. She's such a buzzkill in that moment, especially when especially the fact that moment alone represents Squad 13 as a compassionate family together. And I truly hope more of their moments will happen in their bright future together, even though Zero Two is not in that picture whatsoever, regardless of any hardcore shippers' thoughts and opinions, and disregarding their comments about Zero and Hero forever and ever. Blah. More like bah. Humbug. Sorry. But yeah. And then episode 8. Oh boy. She somehow contributed to the goddamn fan service trending when she fooled both the boys and girls in that bathroom scene, or in that bathroom, and the scene played out, and we actually saw the damn things. Me, when that happened, I quickly covered my eyes. I yelled, God damn it! And when she showed her face and that smile, I actually imagined myself looking directly at her and saying this: This idiot is really starting to irritate me. Before I quickly grab my rifle and yell, "Yeah!" Before I kick the wooden door down in front of me, use the Deadeye system, point a few targets around her, and pull the trigger. Do you think that moment of fan service is enjoyable and entertaining to me, guys, in episode 8 of Darling the Franks? Hell freaking no. It actually annoyed me in hell. I'm not joking. Fan service? Damn, damn. And when that happens, that's my reaction. Again, rendering my trust, respect, and support to her downhill. But thankfully, two moments happened that made me feel relief from all the anger and stress. And that is Kokoro's speech to the girls that they should still support the boys and their well beings. That's a good character development for her, even though she started out as a shy, timid, awkward girl. That speech alone, where she stood up, that's character development, and I love that. And also, the discovery that there was a previous or there was an original Squad 13 before they become the new Squad 13, and that they all died in the end tragically. But they all honored their memory by planting a vase with some healthy flowers in their former room in a secret place in their home. Yeah, so again, that's another good point on why I hate Zero Two. But fortunately, episodes 9 to 11 didn't do much exploration on her, but it focused on the side stories and yeah, those episodes respectively focus on the other members, such as Goro, Zorome, and Mitsuru, with Ikuno. I mean, no, with Futoshi and Kokoro. I think maybe Ikuno was, I don't remember. But anyway, they explored those and they actually made me respect and show compassion to those characters even more. And I loved it. Really do. I really do. Episode 12 is when they go back to the garden. And boy, she's becoming insane. And more truths had been revealed. It turns out she actually sucked the lives of her stamina partners and disregarding them afterwards, which came from the leader of the of the Nines named Alpha. And she somehow had an interest, a romantic interest to Ichigo, much to everyone's awkwardness, including Hero, of course, and of course Goro as well. But she has become insane, and that's made me fully almost lost my trust in her. But I still yet to confirm to see if she actually did something so sinister that makes me not forgive her ever again. And in that moment, she actually trying was going to kill Hero, and that's the part where I say, "Oh, you bastard!" Before it turns out, the next episode, episode 13, is where it will explore. It will explore the childhood past of the characters, especially the two main ones. But guess what? Episode 1 and 12 have already did me so much damage. Or episodes 1 to 12 had already did or do me so much damage in my mind that I just can't feel anything for Zero Two anymore. And it did happen in episode 13. In episode 13. Even when she was little and her backstory explored, I just couldn't feel anything. I just couldn't feel, I couldn't shed a tear for her. Instead, the only character or main character that I feel sorry for and actually made me cry for is Hero and his backstory. I mean, he gave those young parasites a name instead of codes that meant something to them, that made them feel special. Disregarding those bastards or adults, order him not to give out those names, bastards, and him being befriending Ichigo and Goro, that's already something so touching to me. And him being a mentor and a big brother figure to Mitsuru, that's another thing. And when they made that promise, it truly made me cry inside. It truly. Because and it made me even cry more because of the fact that it turned out that Hero broke his promise with Mitsuru because he accidentally interacted with Zero Two, putting on the radar for the adults to find him, knock him down unconscious, and had his memories completely erased, making him go back to the start. All because he somehow met Zero Two, and somehow when she was healing her scar, which is gushing out blue, some kind of bluish blood. He actually licked it away to avoid, because he had no choice. Because it's the only way to tend her wounds. But that's a mistake, because that bluish blood alone implanted the dark seed in him, and it only got worse over time throughout the years, especially when he is riding Strelitzia with Zero Two. All of these are making sense now. And episode 14 is where everything exploded to me like a gasoline tanker, but not literally, of course. That's the episode where I had completely lost trust, faith, and respect for Zero Two as a main heroine. Why? I'll tell you why. So, in the first part, after the opening credits, Zero Two was just focusing on saving Hero. She didn't focus on her friend's concerns, even Ichigo, as she was trying to explain what had happened and why the hell did she almost kill Hero to death, just like the rest of her former stamps. Yet she disregarded them. She actually confessed the truth that she never once cared for them from the start, from where they actually met for the first time. Did that look like something I would feel care for her? I don't think so. I don't think so. And then when Zero to continue again and or ordering Ichigo to move away, Ichigo stand up and she told Zero to that scum that she won't allow her to see Hero ever again. Way to go, respect. If the battling group was there, you have firepower. You and the rest of the members of Squad 13. Goro, Jeromi, Miku, Kotoshi, Kokoro, Mitsuru, and even Ikuno. You believe me, Ichigo and your friends, you will have firepower if you have Arthur, John, Dutch, Hosea, Bill, Javier, Sadie, Lenny, Charles, Sean, and Karen by your side, defending Hero from the likes of her and to avoid his mutation process from becoming worse, which is already indicated from the first part, actually from the first part, by Nana and Hachi. But I guess none of the sippers don't care about that. They want Zero Two to see Hero again. Wow. So they care about the love story more than family. Wow. 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 And believe me, when I watched the previous episodes, I didn't see any evidence that showed that Ichigo deserved to get hated. She didn't become a demon in those episodes. She didn't become a freaking Delilah or deceptive vile woman. She didn't do those things. She was actually open to everyone. She was actually caring for everyone. She's being fair to everyone, even Zero Two. And yet they focused on Zero Two, even though it's revealed that she had killed like thousands of stamina and took their lives and disregarded their bodies. They didn't care that she actually took the life of the partner, the leader of Squad 13, way too early. She didn't even care that she somehow contributed in planting a dark seed in Hero's body that could actually kill the boy or turn him into a monster. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's because they don't care about that because they only care about Zero Two and Hero's love story. Well, I'm sorry for all of you, but that love story, damn to hell. I said it. I said it. Don't try to threaten my life because I said that out loud. I have the right to say that because I criticize it. Don't you dare say that Darling the Franks is all about those two's love, Zero Two and Hero's love story. Don't you dare say that. To you, fine, I don't care. But the rest of us, we see differently. And it's a good thing and it ends on the light side of life and morality and humanity. Get used to it and deal with it. But that moment where Ichigo and the rest are in the room with Hiro, caring for him, caring for him and his health and his well being as a human, that struck my heart so touchingly and so heartwarming that I actually cried for them because they are now family. And the fact that it, Hiro confessed to Mitsuru that he did remember the promise truly made me realize that Mitsuru heard that, realized that he was wrong, and actually forgave his brother. And that's really touching for me. And this proved because he also stand the way of Zero Two as he was going trying to go back to see her darling, alongside with Toshi, alongside with Zerobe and Ichigo and Miku and the rest. See, the brotherhood is coming back between Hiro and Michiru. I would love to see that happen more often. I guess Michiru did forgive Hiro in that moment, and he actually felt sorry him for him and felt so much guilty in him because he realized he found out that it wasn't Hiro's fault. It was someone else who made him forget their promise, and he actually felt sorry of how he mistreated and overthink of Hiro as a scum. In that Hiro wasn't at fault, but him, and that he hoped to apologize to his brother and hoped to fix their friendly brotherhood again, which is definitely important to him. And I know the feels, and I am on his side. But the worst thing that Zero Two ever did in this episode that truly made me lost my respect, trust in her, especially when being near with Hero, is when she actually attacked Hero's friends, who didn't do a damn thing, who didn't fire the first shot. They were actually being fair with her for they were actually being fair to her and actually letting her see Hero, actually letting her do that with an approval from Ichigo after Goro convinced her and she submitted it fairly and respectfully and understandingly. And yet Zero Two attacked them in cold blood, almost beating them all half to death until his hero came and was very concerned for his family. And he said this: Zero Two, from here onwards, you're nothing more than a monster. You're not human. And that's the part where he saved my life as well, where he saved my stress and discouragement. Hang on, I'll be right back. Like I said, Hero saved my life in that moment when he said those words and decided to break off with Zero Two. I will never forget those words of his. They'll always be in my mind to help me remove that wretched scum from my life. And again, that's the episode where I completely lost faith and respect and trust to Zero Two as a heroine, as a main heroine. I was so happy that Hiro did the right thing, but at the last moment, he tried to go back to her, but Ichigo stopped him on time and actually shared a kiss with him. And then she even confessed her love to him. And since, after reflecting what Zero did to her, to his friends, he decided to stay with his family as he let go of Zero. And this proves why I couldn't feel anything for her anymore because in episode 15, when even that moment of Hero reuniting with Zero Two inside Strelitzia played out, I just couldn't feel anything for that. I couldn't feel my tears setting out of my eyes. I actually felt sorry for Hiro for making the wrong decision again, and now staying adamant on that dark path that would eventually lead to his untimely death in space. Sorry, people, but I just can't feel anything for Zero Two anymore. With that in mind, she's in my list of top most hated anime characters of all time. 36 in total. But I guess that's all we have for this live stream. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. Wonder why none of you are interacting yet, but that's all for now. Got some things to do. Hope that you understand now why I hate CR2 so much and forever and always. And that's the end for this live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you have a good time talking about anime and art with me. And I will see you all on my next video for Doujin Romance. Jane, minasan.